arguments, humanity's favorite pastime, right after binge-watching shows and pretending we know how taxes work. Whether it's a random internet troll, an overly controlling parent, or a friend who insists pineapple belongs on pizza, the goal isn't truth. It's total annihilation. And lucky for you, I've mastered the art of winning arguments. Despite somehow still losing every debate with my own brain at 3 a.m. First rule of arguments: facts are optional. People don't care about the truth. They care about feeling smart, and spoiler alert, their brains are designed to reject anything that doesn't stroke their ego. Psychologists even have a term for this: the backfire effect. The more you try to prove someone wrong, the more they double down, like a gambler who thinks, one more bet and I'll win it all back. Yeah, they won't. So forget truth. Your job is to convince them they've already lost. That's when they start to unravel. Bonus points if you make them doubt their existence along the way. The Socratic method is like conversational bear traps. Harmless questions that lead your opponent straight into their own doom. The trick? Ask them to explain everything. Nobody hates anything more than explaining their logic and realizing mid-sentence that it doesn't make sense. Let's say they claim, social media is ruining society. Just smile innocently and ask, oh, so you don't use social media? Watch their face glitch when they stammer out some excuse about how their 37 TikToks are different. By the time they realize they've self-destructed, you'll be sipping your coffee, basking in their confusion. Here's the secret. Nothing breaks people faster than awkward silence. Say nothing. Just stare at them like you're plotting their downfall. Humans hate silence so much they'll either panic, backpedal, or start nervously rambling. And ramblers lose arguments. That's science, I think. A word of warning though, don't overdo it. If you pause too long, you start to look less in control and more crap, I don't know what to say. It's not a vibe, okay? Facts don't win arguments, feelings do. People are squishy emotional sacks, and nothing terrifies them more than being the villain in someone else's sob story. Use this to make them question their true selves. Turn the debate into a morality tale where they're the bad guy. For example, instead of saying remote work is statistically more productive, say working from home means I can feed my rescue kitten at lunch. Are you saying you hate kittens? Now they're emotionally cornered. You're no longer arguing about work. You're defending Fluffy's right to happiness, you naughty devil. Humans are basically glitchy software running on 200,000-year-old hardware. Ever heard of the Dunning-Kruger effect? It's when people who know the least are the most confident. So when someone claims to be an expert after watching one conspiracy documentary, don't argue. Just let them unravel themselves. Confirmation bias is another goldmine. People believe what they already think is true, so instead of fighting them, use it to your advantage. For example, if someone says fast food is the best food ever, don't argue. Instead, say, totally, that's why I cook at home. It saves money for more fast food later. Now they think they're on your side, but you've subtly introduced your argument without them realizing it. When you're losing, and you will lose because, let's face it, you clicked on a video for help, don't argue harder, just pivot. Shift the focus so fast that they don't even notice. Politicians do this all the time. So can you. Imagine they accuse you of being messy. Don't defend your cluttered desk, instead say, messy? I prefer free-spirited. Einstein was messy too, and nobody questioned his genius. Boom. Now they're associating your desk clutter with brilliance, and you've dodged the judgment without moving a single stapler. Confidence is 90% of winning arguments. The other 10% is dumb luck, but let's focus on confidence. Stand tall, take up space, and gesture like you're conducting an orchestra. Just don't overdo it, or you'll look like a malfunctioning robot. And don't underestimate the power pose. Studies say standing tall with your hands on your hips can trick your brain into feeling more confident. Or at the very least, it'll trick other people into thinking you're auditioning for a Marvel movie. Bonus, it's hard to look awkward when you're standing like you own the room. Sometimes the smartest move in an argument is knowing when to disengage entirely. Let them think they've won. Smile, nod, and drop a casual, you might be right, like you're handing them a gold star for effort. They'll walk away feeling triumphant while you've already mentally checked out. After all, some arguments and some people aren't worth your energy. Keep your efforts for battles that actually matter, because arguing with someone who thinks the moon landing was staged isn't going to win you a Nobel Prize. You can't win against someone who's immune to logic, so don't waste your time trying. You are now an argument-winning machine. Go forth and throat chop anyone that dares question your authority. Metaphorically, of course. This will only cost you one subscribe today. Love you, you argument-winning legend.